I still have the black eye. um, I don't. I think it was a bug bite. I think that's how that happened. Um, so I have been watching all of the updates I've done. Oh, hello, Miss Sally. Go get your leash. Go get your leash. Your leash. Go get it. You have to get your leash first. She knows. She actually does follow that instruction. Go get your leash. We have to put the leash. Go get it. Go get it. Anywho, um, so Chantel has gone foodie beauty. For those of you who don't know, is radio silent, and a lot of people are trying to say that she's just stupid, she's ignorant, whatever. Um, when in fact she's doing what she's always done, which is try to reframe the argument into something much smaller than what it really is. She doesn't like being compared to Vitali, who was arrested, I think, in the Philippines for doing live streams where he was harassing police and causing all kinds of chaos. And from what I've seen on various reports of this, he could be in prison in the Philippines for upwards of 14 years. Be careful. Be careful, YouTubers. Well, Chantel also thought that she was above the law, and despite being told several times that she can't be e-begging, she continued to do it. And she does not have a work visa in Kuwait. She is not a registered charity. She doesn't have anything like that. So she keeps trying to make this about, well, I was just trying to help a dying kitten. The kitten wasn't even dying, it was just a kitten that she snatched away from the breastfeeding mom, who was visible in her original footage. I think Yo Yo Ma was the one who caught that, actually, which is so ironic because he's been her champion for a long time. So, if she got out, probably on Friday night, is my guess, to Canada, then some of those posts that she made that seemed really, really off, you know, um, she was probably intoxicated at the time that she made them. What will be interesting, baby girl, there's somebody walking a dog nearby. What will be interesting is whether she gets, if she has gone to Canada or a different country, whether she will be extradited. Because it's entirely possible that Kuwait might want to make an example of her. And maybe Canada will too at this point. Sweetie, go get your leash. Go get your leash. Where's your leash? No. All right, hang on just a second here. No, you can't be making so much noise. You can't. All right. Oh, okay. Okay. I got that handled. So, in the Lolcow universe, it seems like Keem wants to destroy Test because what I saw last night was not entertaining. It was not entertaining, Keem. Um, and I do know that you occasionally watch my streams because you have brought up subjects that I have brought up and the odds. Karina Kaboom talked about this today about how she mentioned jaywalking in one of her recent videos. And then Amberlyn Reed went on to mention jaywalking within like a 24 to 48 hour period of her saying that. We can tell when you're watching, when you mention obscure things about our live streams or our videos. We can tell, right? Like he acted like he was super surprised when Adono um, told him that Foodie Beauty was fleeing Kuwait because she was going to be arrested and blah, blah, blah. He acted like he was surprised. People, myself included, were mentioning it in the chats of the streams over the weekend. He knew. He's not an idiot, you know? He knew already. Somebody mentioned on Lolcow Dolls this morning in the chat that Beans and Grims may not have broken up at all. That it might be scripted. That's entirely possible. However, his overarching personality flaws. Good morning, Isaac. I hope you're doing well. His overarching personality flaws um, justify that he was fired and he needed to be gone. But dude, you keep that crap up, you're gonna be blocked. Okay? Goodbye. So we are now over a week and a half out from when Beans announced that they had broken up. She has talked about him every single day since that happened, and she's appeared on just about every single show to bitch and complain about this breakup. So if this is a scripted story arc, they have made her into the crazy ex, which is insane because she couldn't even shut up about him today. They were doing a tier list of hot or not in the LCU universe for the dudes. It was the guys, right? And Grimm, she added Grimm to the list, despite the fact that he was fired under pretty serious consequences. She added him back to the list. What are you thinking, Beans? And then she's immediately receptive to the idea of dating somebody else in the LCU. Like, seriously, girl, don't shit where you eat. What are you thinking? You're supposedly going to a gym and learning how to box every day. Are you not meeting new people? What's wrong with you? But Test was, in my opinion, a disaster last night because Rostov has been made community manager and he's being encouraged to engage in this humiliation fetish, right? So he's trying to pull people up, like he had Buff Weeb up, but then he pulled him down so that he could put Billy up. He made Billy the assistant manager, despite the fact that Billy is a known bully within the network. Nightmare is just kind of taking it. He's just taking his lumps this week. Hopefully, he can get back to normal next week, but it's going to be a difficult week for any fans of that show because Michelangelo is a fucking creeper, you guys. And he literally just like bought his way onto that show. And the reason Billy supports him so much is because he's a big dono to Rewind. And every time he enters a panel, he has a sound clip that says, "Shut up, pussy," which is a Billy quote. Hi, big dog. How are you doing this morning? Amber Lynn has been, I'm okay. I'm just kind of trying to get up and ready. I don't know how long this is going to take to heal. I've never had a black eye before. My mom and I were talking about this. We're like, have you ever been punched in the face before? And I'm like, no. And she's like, no. And, we've never been in physical altercations like that. But I just like woke up with this on Friday morning. Um, and I have kind of a little bump right under here. So I kind of feel like I got a spider bite, maybe in the middle of the night or something. I have been seeing a lot more like little spiders coming out. So maybe it's that time of year where like one of these house spiders like hatched a bag or whatever. I don't know. But I'm doing okay. My bills are all paid. I'm current. My credit score is high. I still have my condo. Like life is good. I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel very blessed and fortunate in my life despite the fact that I am disabled, that it's difficult for me to walk, that I have challenges, but I have a beautiful little dog who still needs a little bit of training. She'll probably chill out as she ages, but I'm getting through it. I've still experienced a lot of muscle atrophy, so I'm weak, right? But if we want to have a little fun and talk about a tier list for the men of the LCU, let's go through the shows one by one. So, Cafe Ken, I would rate probably a B. He's a good-looking dude, and he has a fun personality. He seems like an upstanding human, you know. Uh, the second show is Dolls. They don't have any men on the show. I think the third one might be Nerds. I don't even watch them anymore. But I really liked Buff Weave for a long time. I don't like that he's simping for Zayzuded and I don't like that. So but he's a good looking guy, so I'd probably place him in C because his personality is rubbing me the wrong way. Milkers is all ladies. Live. Boogie is an F. He's an absolute F because he's a whiny little bitch. He's overweight. He's just disgusting. Keem is an F because he's a fucking garden gnome, and he treats his entire staff so disgustingly. You know, like, why would I revere that kind of behavior? Like, why would I want to be anywhere near somebody like that? Rastov, I'd probably give a D at this point. Like, he's sinking with them. He used to be a fairly decent dude, and he just, ever since he started doing those auditions and torturing the people that were auditioning for the show, he's become a real jerk in the network. Queens is all girls except for Mike, right? Uh, Mike is definitely an F as well. He's gross. These people are gross. Rewind. Billy is an F, and he is right now trying to get everybody to say that he has game and that he gets really good looking women. I'll believe it when I see it, Billy. I don't believe that for a second. Who the fuck wants to lift up your fupa to find your junk? Give me a break. You are a disgusting bully. I don't care if you're scripted or not. The fact that you went forward with the shit that you've done is unbelievably disgusting. I can't stand that guy anymore. I used to watch Rewind a lot until Fat Camp. And by the way, the episode where he and Xylee had their meltdown because Sammy was pooping all over the table, they lost sound, they were having tech issues. Xylee got screamed at because she didn't zoom in. But the reality is she was already upset. If you go back and look at that footage, she had Rastov on as her co-host. She asked him to be a part of that show. And as soon as they started having tech issues, she started really losing her cool. And this is before Sammy started pooping all over the table. If you go back and look at that episode, she was losing her cool before any of that happened and just wasn't focused and couldn't handle the job anymore. They apparently had their private conversations at Fat Camp and resolved their differences, but they both came out of it being bigger bullies in the network, in my opinion. And I find their behavior on the network absolutely abhorrent. I think that Xylee's drinking arc is disgusting. I'm really surprised they haven't had streams taken down at this point for her obvious drunk streams. Like, they always talk about Becky getting too drunk. She is clearly more drunk than Becky gets. She speaks over people. She is slurring. Brantley apparently appeared as a guest on Rewind. I did not watch this episode, but they clipped it on live, and Brantley said they wouldn't let her talk. Because that's who they are, Brantley. They are so conceited, so full of themselves, and so willing to hurt their colleagues. They're disgusting people. I can't watch them anymore. That's why it was really grossing me out that you guys let Billy be on test last night. Especially after the way he's treated Nightmare in the last week and a half. Aussie. I would put Steak in the B category. He's a good looking dude. He needs to be careful too, though, because regardless of how he feels about Zeta Ray, he was being pretty childish, pretty fucked up about speak, 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 speak. Right, Steak? That is how you started your interview with Zeta. Speak! Don't be disgusting on your show, dude. Twiggy F. He's a slimy little beast. And I don't know why he keeps getting brought back. I guess we can thank Rostov for that bullshit. And then, Test. Nightmare I'd put in the B. He's got the cool alternative look. He's younger than my son, but he's definitely a B. He's got the humor, the look. Like, if I was in my 20s, I would date him. But, obviously I'm not. if I, if he was my kid, I'd be so proud. I'm proud of my own kid too, but like, I would be so proud of him, you know? And, then there's Tech Talk, CD-ROM. I guess I'd give him a C. He's not really physically attractive to me at all. But I like that he is upholding, if it's real, because we don't know, because Grimm was cosplaying Muslim. If it's real, I appreciate that he's standing up by his religious values. I do have a question though, because I knew a guy in high school who was a born again virgin. So are you as well? Are you a born again virgin? Or have you really not dipped your stick, shall we say? I'm just a little curious. Okay, so and it's weird. It seems like you actually had more chemistry with Sweet Tea. Maybe her racist arc isn't working for you, but it did seem like you had more chemistry with her. But you're rizzing up Beans? Why? Beans looks like major trouble. And anybody she dates right now is going to be a rebound. So, anyway, that's all I have for you guys this morning. Um, Trying to think if there's anything else. I guess Elon Musk got fired. I haven't really followed that story to figure out. I don't do foundation, you guys, so I'm not going to be covering it up. Um, because foundation clogs pores. I don't know how these girls like put so much crap on their face without totally breaking out, but that's just me. Take care. Have a great hump day.